We went 160 here, and we went 90 here. Good? The next thing is the height. Let's look at the height of this drawing now. To find the height of this drawing, you're going to look along the vertical side. It says 20 plus 40 plus another 20. Do you guys see that? So that's 20 plus 40 plus 20. What's 20 plus 40? That's 60. 60 plus 20? 80. Isn't that correct? So you're going to go at a height of 80. Okay? And then you should be able to form your box completely. Okay, good. Now here's my box, a rough sketch. But with this sketch, I'm going to help you to fill in your details. Alright, it's not a perfect box, but it will get the job done. So pay attention for me now. The first detail you would like to fill in is the measurements that will help you. So let's first start from the back. We're going to draw in this 50. And to use, here we go. So to draw in this 50 detail right here, we're just going to highlight with our main line that we have a line there, 50. What's the height of that line, Chirag? What's the height?
It says there 20.
20. So I'm going to draw now a parallel line, the height of 20, copying that angle, draw it downwards. There I go. Okay, let's connect it back.
Sir, can you
repeat that for me?
Really hard to see the board.
Alright, 1 second. Let me. Alright. So let me fix that again. So this is what we just filled in. The next thing that we know, right, is that down this side, the entire distance from here to here is 110. But we don't know the distance that it goes in. However, we can see on the front view right here, it goes in 15. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to mark off 15. Alright? I'm going to mark off 15. And then, look closely. Once I've marked off 15, I'm going to go into the midpoint of 45 and I'm going to mark it off there. Here's what I'm going to do. Since here is the midpoint, I'm going to say half of 60 in this direction and half of 60 in this direction. Wouldn't that give me the entire 60? Hello?
Sir, which perspective are you looking at from?
Isometric.
So are you looking from the curved side?
Yeah, so where the cursor is, right here. So I'm looking at this point right here. I'm saying from this point, which is here, I don't know how much the line goes in, but I see that it's 15. Okay? I don't know the angle, but I see that it's 15. So what I'm saying you should do is that entire length right here is 90. You're going to go in half of 90, which is 45. Have you done that? Yes?
We can do isometric for this one.
Is isometric we're doing it in? What are you doing it in?
No, but for the work we're supposed to post on the portal, you say something about perspective or oblique, no isometric.
I never said, no, that oblique drawing was for the previous work that was due yesterday. Alright, look at this from everybody. The work that you're doing now is due on Monday. That is to be done isometric. The work that was done yesterday, or the class before, which was the sketches, right? I think I posted pictures here. Let's go back here. It's on page, and scroll down. 1 second. So these drawings that I'm referring to here is what you would choose to make it in isometric. So you remember that drawing that we had on the board? That's what I was talking about, oblique. Think I have it here. 1 second. Alright. I'm going to post it after class as well, just to make sure that we're on the same page. Alright, I'll look for it after class, Isaac. But pay attention for me. The work we're doing today is going to be isometric. The work that I gave you last class was doing oblique. There you go. Good? So is everybody following with me? Is everybody at this stage? You guys are very quiet today. Let me get some roll call. Ariane, Christoph, Dimples, Cameron, Abigail. Is everybody at this stage? Yes?
What are the measurements for the pipe?
Where are the measurements for the what?
Yes, that you drawing the construction.
Are you talking about this drawing right here? Because this is the drawing that we're doing now.
Yes, sir.
Right, the measurements you can see on the side, 50 millimeters, right, 110 millimeters, 15 millimeters. Everybody following? So what I just did a while ago, we're looking at this part of the drawing, which is here. And we're saying that the distance is 90 millimeters all across. And once you know it's 90 millimeters, you're going to go half of the 90, which is 45. Which is 45. And then you're going to go now 30 on both sides. Because when you say 30 on both sides, that gives you the distance of 60 by itself. So let's fill in that now. You have something along the lines of this. Alright, once you fill in the 30 on both sides, alright, what was the height of this now? Harshita, what's the height of this block right here?
20.
20, so we're gonna go 20 upwards. Excellent. We're gonna go 20 up. Good. And once you've gone 20 up now we can connect this point back to here. And that tells us our angle. Good. Let's continue. Let's connect this point back to the top as well. That will tell you your angle. Okay? So we've pretty much finished with the base. Now let's focus on the top now. Alright? Can anybody tell me now? Let's look at the top quickly. The distance between here and here, following down here, isn't it 15? The distance between here and here, isn't it 15? Based on what we have down here. So we're going to draw a line of 15 millimeters going in. $15 going in. Okay? Wait, is my camera reversed? Is that it? I think my camera is reversed.
Yes, sir, I can.
So my question is, why didn't anybody speak up? If you couldn't see what I was drawing, why didn't you speak up? I didn't realize my camera was reversed. Can everybody see what I'm drawing now?
Looks like you were doing oblique.
So you didn't understand and you weren't speaking up. Guys, that can't be happening. Because if you could have told me earlier, sir, your camera.
I'm sorry.
You could have said, sir, your camera is reversed. Please unreverse it. Or just say, sir, I don't understand. Then I would have tried to figure it out. But can everybody see what I was doing all along now?
Yes, sir.
Alright, can you guys promise to speak up more if you don't understand? Because that was a very long time before I figured it out. Promise?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the camera was reversed, so my bad. So all that we've been doing so far, let's follow the trend. We went 50 millimeters from this point down, right? Then we said the distance from this point to here is 110. So then we said 110 plus 50 gives us 160 on this side. Then we looked over here and we saw that the distance of 15 plus 60 plus 15 is 90. And I said, however, if I know it's 90, half of that distance is the middle. So I can say 45 going in, which would be the midpoint right here, and then I went 30 on both sides. Everybody following?
Yes, sir.
Then you went 30 on both sides, and then I asked for the height, and Harshita said was 20. So when I went 20 up now, went 20 up, I connected it back to the base right here, and then now, because I know here, I can just connect these points together and I have found my curve. That's it. That's all that we've done so far. And now we're looking at this section right here. So we're seeing that the distance of this point is 15, seeing that this distance is 15 as well, and it's identical. So when we go 15 in, what height are we going to go up? Chase. Is Chase here? No, Chase isn't here. Alright, I'm gonna just keep picking on persons with the camera off. Jada Lee, what's the height of this point going up? From this point going up, what's the height? Repeat that. The height of this part right here, look at the dimensions. What do you see? 40, right?
40.
Yes, 40. So we're going to go up a distance of 40. Excellent. And then once you've gone up a distance of 40, you get to realize that you can also go down again a distance of 50, because that's what you see here. Good. Alright? Let's continue now. What's the distance or the height of this point? Isn't it 10 plus 10? We're going to go 20 up. Alright? So at this stage, I don't want you to make any mistake. So the rule is start working at the back as well, so you can fill into the center. So we're going to start to fill out this edge right here. So follow with me. We're going to say from this point, go all the way 18 millimeters in. Because when you look at it, don't you see 18 millimeters going inside the joint? Everybody see that? 18 millimeters going inside the joint. So once you find that distance, you're going to draw it across now. Let's put it right there. We're going to draw it across. Good. Once you've drawn it across now, we're going to now connect it to the base like that. Connect this point 20 millimeters down to the base like that, and then you connect the two just the same. And that's your point. So the reason why I'm going through this drawing in such small steps is that I want you to understand the thinking behind it. Right? You can break it down quite easily and finish your drawing. So what we have next to do now is to figure out this curvature. So we're going to find the middle of this curvature now. So stick with me. Remind me of the distance from here to here for me. What was it? Anybody? The distance from this point all the way down to this point. Wasn't it 160? Hello? Alright, you guys are so quiet. So it is 160, yes. So what I'm going to say therefore is that from this point, which is the edge here, I'm going to go in 30 millimeters. But I'm going to stop here and I want somebody to explain to me, why did I go in 30 millimeters? Let me call on Arian. Everybody camera on for me. Christophe. Christophe Bolgen. Thank you. Arian, are you there? Why did I go 30 millimeters in from this point? Because I want to find the center point here. So what is the significance of going in 30 millimeters?
Is it so you could get the curves there?
Right. That's just that, to get the curve, but the significance of this 30 millimeters is that it is the radius. And the radius is from the center point. Alright? So when I found that distance, I'm going to find the center point here as well. And when I combine the two, that is the center point for the curve. Good. Alright? So if it's 30 millimeters, then the entire box will be 60 millimeters. So when you draw your construction box, pay attention. You can't just draw half of the box. You must draw the entire 60 millimeters going across. So 30, then 30. Good. And then now, you're going to connect this point downwards, downwards. Okay? And using this point, is everybody following what I'm doing? Using this point now, we're going to get the curvature. Using this point and our radius of this distance, we get the curvature here. Okay? And then now, using this point, we get the curvature for here as well. And once that's done, we connect it back to this point. Everybody following so far?
Or do we connect it freehandly?
Repeat that for me.
Do we connect that to the point freehand?
We were breaking up. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said we will connect that curve to the point freehand.
Alright, can you type what you said? You're breaking up. My bad. Alright, hold on. Let me stop screen sharing. Alright, try again for me now. What did you say?
I said, do we connect that curve to the point freehand?
No. Use your ruler. Use your ruler. So once you get this curvature right here, right? You're then now going to use this point to get the curve onto this line. So my bad. This line is to connect all the way down to this construction box. So when I draw the curve from here, it should touch the construction box entirely. And then I just connect it just the same. Understand? Okay. So the next thing now is to get the base of this curve, which is here. To get the base of this curve, you're going to picture you're copying the entire thing and giving it a height. So what you're going to do, you're going to find the center point, which is here. Let me use a different color. And you're going to go down based on what the height is. So let's look at what the height was on the drawing. The height given was that it is from this point all the way down. So from the top 20, 40. So it is really saying that it's going to be 40 millimeters down from this point. Everybody see why? From starting from this point going down, and I'm stopping here, I am stopping with this 10 millimeters stops as well. So that means it is 40 minus 20 plus 20, and that's 40. Let me repeat, 20 millimeters plus 40 millimeters would give me the entire distance here. But I want to go back up to this point, and that is what they're telling me is going to be subtracting 20 millimeters. So that means therefore it's going to be 60 minus 20, which is going to be 40 millimeters. Everybody understand? So you're going to draw this point 40 millimeters down, and then you're going to do the same process, going 30 millimeters forward, 30 millimeters back, forward again, back, connect this. Alright, and once you've connected it, you have your two main points. Alright, and that will give you your curve off the base, which is what we're going to draw up. And once you get the curve of the base, this point, you're going to extend now all the way back to that point. So let me clear this up a little bit. I'm going to redraw this just to make it a little bit more visible. So you go down, and then you're going to go out 30 millimeters, 30 millimeters, 30, 30. You connect the points. Right? From this point to here, connect. From this point to here, pass it through, and then using the center point, you're going to get this curve. Then using this curvature of this point, you get that distance, and that will give you the curve along this line. Everybody understand? And the last thing to do on this drawing is just to do the final thing of going down 10 millimeters, drawing a parallel line, stopping at some point, which is going to be 30 minus 110, right? If this entire side, not 110. This entire distance is going to be, let's check it. Look closer from it. Let's do some calculation. What would be this distance right here? We're starting from the 50-point line, so that means we're at 60 right here. So I'm going to continue now until I am here, which is actually what distance? Isn't it going to be 110 minus 30? Does everybody see that? This entire distance minus 30 will carry me to this point. So what's 110 minus 30? Sure. Oh. Guys, what's 110 minus 30? 80. 80. So you're going to draw a distance of 80 going down. Then you complete the project just the same. The last thing you have to do now is just to draw a line barricading there, and that is your finished stapler. Any questions? Hello, any questions?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm gonna send a picture of this awful sketch that you can follow. And this drawing is due on Monday, guys.
Sir, isn't there a need for like 2 different construction boxes or something?
Repeat?
Do we need like 2 different construction boxes for this?
No, just one general construction box. But I want to make sure you understand how to get the curve here. So I'm just going to redraw this quickly and go over it one more time. Alright? Look closely again. We said that because it's a distance or radius of 30, from this point we're going to go in a distance of 30 millimeters, then draw a center line. Alright? Given that we had our construction box here and here, we're going to now go into the midpoint, and wherever they intersect, that's the center point for this project. Okay, good. And then now you're going to go 30 millimeters to the right, 30 millimeters to the left, 30 millimeters up, 30 millimeters down, 30 millimeters across, 30 millimeters across. Okay? The same. So I've made it smaller because I want you to see the process of getting the curve. So the process is that from this point you go down, from this point you go down as well, and then you connect it through the midpoint. And then using this point you get the curvature here, and then using this general point you get the curvature there. Does everybody understand that? One second. Wait, this is waiting room. Good. So this is finished up. So on a bigger scale, this should have been your curve when you extend it all the way out. Now to get the base, as I said, you're going to mirror the top by carrying it down to a height of, what do we say the height was again? I think it was 40. Well, whatever the height was, you then say, going 30 this way, 30, 30, 30, connect them now together. Alright? And then using the same principle, connecting back down, passing it through, using this point as your curve, and the upper base as your final curve. You get the 2 points and you can connect it back to your drawing. Everybody understand? Does everybody understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good.
Kinda.
Okay. So if you have any questions, please just message in the group. If you're a little bit shy, message me and then I'll answer in the group. That's no problem. But this is completed by Monday, and the previous one that you should have done, you have until this evening to complete it, which is the 3 sketches. So let me put it back on the 3 sketches before you go. If you didn't get to take off the 3 sketches last class, let me put it on the screen.
Sir, but like when with this assignment, right? It says we have to submit the sketches with this paper as well.
Yeah, because someone was saying that they don't see the other work as well. So let me remove the title, because since you say you can see it now.
I didn't know when you posted.
Right, so it's just isometric projection of the stapler I want for this one. Good, there we go. So I'm trying to find the work I gave you last class to complete. Oh, pictorial sketches. It was on the pictorial sketches. Right, here we go. Page 80. Alright, let me stop recording here.